Hello everyone, Priscuda here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Rumble Blast. I remember the name of the game. Last time, well, we started our adventure. Well, we didn't quite start our adventure. Oh, I was about to make a grandiose announcement. Are you going to go look for some... No, I'm going to go find a corner and cry in it, because I'm never going to become the best ever. Don't worry, as soon as we get past, like, this opening world, so to say, the game will stop holding our hands so hard. Anyway, so here's, well, now we are starting our adventure. So the overworld here, as you can also see it outlined on the map, will give you just kind of a general overview on what you can do. Much like in the first game, you jumped on trampolines to go to various levels, you can do the same here. Now, it'll become much more apparent later on, but there will also be some Pokemon on this overworld map here. And those Pokemon you can actually defeat and befriend, but they are incredibly weak compared to what you'll find in actual stages, respectively. Hi, Spearow.
Welcome to the Meadow. It's a great place to test your skill. Yeah.
I'm gonna do voices, and I'm gonna make my voice not usable. I will also learn to speak English at some point. Now, if you also look at the bottom half there, well, the bottom screen will become more obvious what it does later on. That is more for the completionist side of this game. And generally, the Pokemon that greet you outside of the stage entrance is the general theme of what you'll find within the stage itself. So, starting off here, a lot of the Pokemon are typically going to be flying types or normal types. Usually that's the trend, but don't take my word for it. And we got a Patrat, which is much more powerful. And you're mine. So yes, Pokemon you can find well, first off, let's do this. Let's see. No, here comes the thing. Pokemon that are stronger, some Pokemon that are stronger are not always the absolute best Pokemon you can pick. The more stars a Pokemon has means the more damage it does. But if it has a star next to the move, it means that it has the same type attack bonus, meaning it gets a little more damage added onto it. So right now, Oshawott, I think, yes, well, maybe Victini, but Oshawott or Victini would have the best damage overall, but not the best power, whereas this Patrat has the highest power. So you have to kind of balance what you consider good and what you consider bad as you play. Now, as you saw there a moment ago, when I attack Pokemon, oh god, when I attack certain Pokemon and they wobble and have stars around them, that means, like that Minccino there, if I knock it down before it comes out of that state, it is a guaranteed befriendment, or capture in this case. So I have that particular Minccino in my party. So let's keep a lookout for it. Also, keep a keen eye on certain Pokemon here, because certain Pokemon will have sparkles on them, like that Minccino right there. If a Pokemon is sparkling as you enter an area, that means you will automatically get that Pokemon. Just by default. No questions asked, you don't have to do anything special, and you don't have to hope for luck. Now, I don't know what outside of the sparkling Pokemon, I don't know what dictates or contributes to the you will catch it factor of befriending a Pokemon. Ooh, a Skitty! I want a Skitty! Ow. Now I confused it. Now, status effects, I'll have to talk more on in a lot better detail later on. Right now, I'm still trying to get you the basic understanding of the game under your belt. I gotta learn you well. So I got a couple more Minccinos. It looks like they both know Pound. Now, let's say you find a Pokemon that you really like. You know, it has good power, it has a good move, and it's something. And the move you found for it actually is something that you're good using. Well, if you enjoy that Pokemon, you can hit the R button, or right bumper, whichever you prefer to say. It's kind of interchangeable. You can put a favorite on your Pokemon of choice. Now, what that will do is, I'll show you here. I'll put it on this Minccino, because I do know I like to use the move Pound. So if you go into your menu, even though this Minccino is not the highest power level, because I favored it, it will always be at the top of my list of usable Pokemon. So, even if I say, I'm going to go find the Pikachu. So Pikachu, least powerful Pokemon. It is now always at the top because it's got a favorite. But I am actually going to put a favorite on this Minccino and use it. Eventually, once this Oshawott starts getting close to death. And the first boss. You can skip these scenes, by the way, if you hit A, but I'm going to keep them in just to give you the full effect of this. At least for the first couple times, and then after that, not so much. Anyway, Pignite. Now, boss Pokemon, like I was saying before, generally have about 10 to 15 times the health that its normal counterparts would have. Certain Pokemon will only be bosses in this game. Oh god, that's the point where you run. If the Pokemon stands in place and starts fuming, and if you can actually look at it to see this, if its eyes are closed, that means it is close. That means it's going to do what all bosses have and do an area. I lost Oshawott already. It'll do something that all bosses have and do a... Come on, brain. It'll do kind of a clearing move where it may not do a whole lot of damage, but it will push you away to the corners of the arena. Also, as you're noticing, certain bosses, the weaker they get, the faster they move. Kind of representing how frustrated they are with you. But after enough patience, you do eventually defeat a boss. And you can also sometimes get the boss as a Pokemon to join your team. And usually when you get the boss, it's usually close to any level limit or power limit you have to get to progress to the end stage event. Now this results screen here, this is basically, well, this is mainly just to see how many Pokemon you've defeated in battle. But if you're playing with another player in this game, the previous game in the series, or the next game in the series, it basically says who did the most KOing out of your group, and who got first, second, and third, and fourth place respectively. But also after that, it will see which Pokemon you have befriended. So, Patrat, Minccino, and it will also highlight your most powerful Pokemon, like this. So I may put that Tepig on my favorites list. And we're done.
Way to go. Next, go check out the forest. It's right next door.
I will do so, Spiro. Now then, after I put that Tepig on my favorites, let's go up here. Now you see on the lower screen, you see what I was talking about earlier when I mentioned that bottom screen become more apparent what it's for. As you play through the game and go different areas, go different worlds and all this jazz, you'll actually also find out that some areas have more Pokemon available than are seen. What Pokemon you can find and capture in certain areas is randomly generated. So if I went in there again, I may find whatever is darkened, which I think is a Pidgey, or maybe a Spearow. So additional Pokemon that you can find in an area will either be found once you explore the area again, or after you complete certain other areas. Sometimes certain Pokemon don't become available until after you complete certain key story objectives. So keep that in mind. This is for the 100% crowd, which is me a little bit. Now let's see. Oh no, favorite that. Now, also of note, the Pokemon that faint in battle while you're in a level, stay fainted. They do not come back to life after it's over, like the first game. So you need to go back. So if you want to revive any Pokemon that have fainted, you need to go back to the town and use the Dewdrops. But enough blabbering about that. Let's go into the second stage and get this all shored up before we finish off today's episode. I can't move. Oh hey, it's Hardy Tech Yo-Yo. I mean, nothing. I said nothing. Some shocking Pokemon are waiting for you. That's also an indicator. So expect to see Pikachus and bug Pokemon in here. Kind of like I said before earlier in this episode, you know, the Pokemon you see at the gate generally gives an expectation for what's in the area. Pidove! Pidove! I want that Pidove. And that's the strongest Pidove. Or somebody I think a lot of the internet that knows Pokemon knows says, the most powerful Snivy. What do they have for moves? Now this is going to get annoying because I will constantly be going into the menu and unfavoriting or refavoriting Pokemon that are really powerful. Actually, hold on. I'm going to just clear that because they're powerful. So I'll know where they are. So I'll remember where they are. But later on, I'll have to start favoriting Pokemon a lot more because I will lose track of them very easily. Now starting out here, a lot of levels are going to be short, simple, sweet, nothing that can go wrong. But as we go on through the game, excuse me, levels are Emolga. Ooh, I got a powerful Emolga. Trolley Emolga is Trolley. Anyway, what's it know? Quick attack, fantastic. But as we go on through the game, levels will get longer, they'll get more difficult, and they'll generally hate my life. And your life too, at some point. And we get a Pidove. Oh, there's Pichu in here. It hurts. Now, much like what you can do to enemy Pokemon can happen to you. You can be pushed around, stunned momentarily, and everything like that by enemy Pokemon. There's a move. There's the moves we need. So, let's favorite Pichu, because I like Pichu, Snivy, Pidove, Tepig, and this Minccino. Those will be my star roster until I get something else. Now, I can't tell you what you should and should not favorite, because I'm not your mom. Oh, actually, change that out. But, whoa, get that. Ah, dang it. Something like that happens every now and again, where a rare Pokemon or a hard-to-catch Pokemon will randomly jump on the battlefield. If you ever see that Pokemon, run after right away, because I think there's a chance where it can leave the battlefield as well. Now, Zorua is just an example of one thing like that, but there are many Pokemon that do that. It's just like, quick, hey look, I'm here in the bat, and I'm gone. I almost called this thing Seviper. I didn't really like the Snivy line, oddly enough, even though you'd think I would with how much I like grass types, but... Oh, Servine. Servine. No. Stuck-up prick. Okay. I was thinking it. You were thinking it. I just said it. Ow. You want a knot? Oh, get it now. Got it. Okay, good. So Servine is the first boss Pokemon we capture, so to say. that was kind of intense. Get it. Oh my god, I want to know. And 92 power Servine with Leaf Tornado. Fantastic. No more Snivy needed. Let's actually go ahead and take that out and use it. Now, a general rule of thumb that I use, but you do not have to use. This is just how I do things. But typically, when using a Pokemon, when favoriting a Pokemon, I generally favorite the Pokemon that, or I generally favorite one Pokemon of each typing, or has one of each type of move. So, I will favorite one grass type, one fire type, etc. Typically. Big chance for your first battle royale. Yay! First battle royale. But I think I'm actually going to go refill my health. But everyone, I do want to thank you all for watching this episode. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Rumble Blast. Can you get the name at the start of the episode? Not at the end of the episode. Next time, our first Battle Royale ever. I'll see you then.